Namaste, you're on the Nation at 5. I am Anand Narasimhan, and at the outset, ladies and gentlemen, 15 weeks, number one, it cannot be without your patronage, your support, your viewership. And we here at CNN News 18, thank you for your support and your viewership, for backing the ACE number one news channel, getting you the stories like they should be. Right now, this edition of the Nation at 5, as we come to you live from the newsroom here at CNN News 18, we get you another story which again was broken here on your show. This was about a crackdown on radicals and terror outfits that are operating on Indian soil. This is the presence of illegals, especially those who are affiliated to outfits like the Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent and its offshoots, or its inspired outfits like the Ansarul Bangla. This happened in Assam, where we told you that there has been arrests which have led to the crackdown and nabbing of 11 radicals/terrorists from various districts that includes Golpara, Guwahati, Barpeta and Morigaon. So the increasing terror footprint, where these people use Assam and its districts as a hub as they come in from Bangladesh and then distribute across the rest of the country. So this model now has been cracked down upon. It is here at CNN News 18 where we demanded a thorough cleanup and an internal strike against radicals and radical factories. And that's exactly what seems to be happening with the central intelligence agencies, the investigation agencies, going straight across and cracking down along with the various state units and their task forces and rounding up radicals and shutting down these radical terror factories. Now, this is exactly what's happening even now as we speak in Assam. Now, there was a cleric by the name of Mustafa who was arrested from Morigaon. This man operated a madrasa there. It was called the Jamiul Huda Madrasa, which acted actually as a safe house for these radicals and terrorists who are coming in from Bangladesh with their affiliations to the Ansarul Bangla and the Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent. Now, the police say that this madrasa was funded by the proceeds from Ansarul Bangla operations in Assam. So if these outfits are operating on Indian soil, isn't that a bigger concern? We've got more news coming through at this point, and this is coming in from Morigaon itself. The Morigaon district administration now has demolished this madrasa. 19 students of this madrasa have also been questioned on alleged terror links. What were they taught? What kind of literature? What kind of information was being fed to them? And what was being taught to them has been questioned. And were they being groomed or primed to turn radical and also beyond that into terror operatives? That's a subject matter of investigation. But these are pictures that we're getting you of the entire madrasa being demolished. It's being bulldozed. So bulldozing radical factories, is that the right way to go ahead to send out a very strong message? That's the question that we ask. We'll play out the reactions, starting with the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, and other reactions that have come through as this hard action has now been taken.
Basic indoctrination started from this core team which has come from Bangladesh. So we arrested Mohammad Suman, resident of village Atadi, PS Arai Hajar, district Narayanganj, Bangladesh. He was leading the primary module. Police recovered incriminating jihadi literature used for indoctrinating and radicalizing gullible youths to join the outfit. Jihadi literature Bismillah hi Allah Alhu in Arabic was seized in this case connection.
How do you look at these proceedings of state government in Assam?
देखिए बाय लॉ बाय कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जो बुलडोजर चलाए आप। अगर कोई किसी ने गलती किया है उसको पकड़ना चाहिए, उसका ठोस एविडेंस निकलना चाहिए, उसके मुताबिक जो लॉ बताते हैं उसको हमको लगता है लाइफ लॉन्ग इम्प्रिजन में भी रखना चाहिए। क्योंकि हम लोग नहीं चाहते असम में या इंडिया में कोई ऐसा देहाती कामकाज चले या इसी में कुछ एविडेंस कलेक्ट करना चाहिए। उसके बाद उसको सही तरह जो हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बोलता है वही तरह करना चाहिए। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कोई किसी में ऐसा लिखा नहीं है जो किसी क्रिमिनल के ऊपर आप बुलडोजर चलाए।
Sir, how do you see this action? Because some parliamentarians from your state are alleging that law should take its own course. No injustice action should be taken and no innocent must be punished.
देखिए जो असम गवर्नमेंट अभी कार्रवाई कर रहा है अगेंस्ट जिहाद, तो ये कार्रवाई जितना हो सकता है इतना मजबूती से होगा। और हमारा स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अभी जो मोरिगांव में एक जिहादी पकड़ा है, उनका जो घर तोड़ दिया है, तो ये जायज़ है मेरा ख्याल से। इसमें कोई अनजायज़ काम तो नहीं करता। हमारा बुलडोज़र हर जगह में नहीं चल रहा है, तो जिहादी का अगेंस्ट में तो बुलडोज़र जरूर चलेगा और उससे भी ज़्यादा कार्रवाई लगेगा तो उससे भी ऊपर कार्रवाई करेगा।
So the bulldozer template from Uttar Pradesh finds its way into Assam, but more importantly, if you are a radical factory, then you will be razed. So you'll be bulldozed. Preeti Priyadarshini now joins us from Morigaon. Preeti, you've made your way all to the spot where this madrasa was. Whose land is it? How long has this madrasa been operational? Who's funded this madrasa?
This is the madrasa which belongs to Mustafa himself, and this has been running since quite some time now, but today the place has been bulldozed by the authorities. And while being questioned about why the place has been bulldozed, the chief minister of the state stated that they did not have permission from the authorities to build the madrasa, and also because there are some links found with the terrorist activities with Bangla Islam team, which is why the place has been bulldozed today. And it belongs to Mustafa. He had his residence just behind the madrasa where he, his wife and his parents used to live. And his wife is now in the custody of the police because there was a cell phone recovered from his place, which could not be recovered since on the day of his arrest, because his wife had broken the cell phone on the venue itself, in the madrasa itself. So the police had to go back there and search for the things, and then they found his broken phone, from which certain things have been found, and which has linked Mustafa to banned terrorist outfits, Ansarul Islam.
Right. Preeti, you had sent us a ground report. We're trying to connect with you live, and I know they have some bandwidth and technical issues, but you had sent us a ground report from this very spot a short while ago. Let's play that out for our viewers. Stay with us on the phone. Well, this is the entire area. Now what Preeti is telling us, Preeti, you are saying this land belonged to Mustafa, the madrasa belonged to Mustafa. How did he purchase and where did he get all this money from? And how is it that the locals never objected to what is going on? And are there other outfits like these too? Are there other places, institutions which are now under the radar of the officials?
Definitely, Anand. I have to tell you that there are other institutions where the Assam police is now keeping a strong eye, especially the madrasas, because in the recent times we have seen that certain connections have been found with madrasas, because these places are very much easier for the people to use to create the religious sentiments and incline them towards the jihad. So certain places, especially certain madrasas are in the radar. And regarding the locals, I have to tell you that they are still denying the fact that there were certain activities going on inside the madrasa. However, now that his wife has broken his cell phone, they have got certain intuitions that definitely there must be something which Mustafa did not let the people know, because it was their children who were studying in the madrasa. There were 42 children studying in a madrasa, and that was a residential school. As per as stated by the Chief Minister of the state, Himanta Biswa Sharma, they were given certain teachings day and night, which is very much alarming, because those are just children. They are studying there, and propagating jihad into them can lead to a mass join into the jihadi activities. So that is the intention, as far as said by the Chief Minister and the BJP today. That is the intention. How these people are working in the state. They were not giving any kind of arms training in these madrasas, but it was the teachings and the preachings which inculcated dark jihad into the students. Yeah.
Right. Preeti, thank you for your inputs. Let's listen in and have a look at your ground report.
We came here to show you the madrasa, and today this is the scene of the madrasa. It has been demolished by the Assam government, and as far as the statement of the Chief Minister of the state, Himanta Biswa Sharma, is concerned, he has stated that he did not have permission to make this madrasa, for which it has been demolished, and also because certain terrorist links have been found with the madrasa, they have demolished this madrasa. But yes, behind this place is his house. I'm trying to show you where he was actually residing. That is his place, and from where his wife, who had a 18 days old daughter, has been arrested, and they both are now in police custody. And also he has his parents. This is the place from where certain suspected documents have been found, where financial transactions of Mustafa with the band outfit Ansarul Islam was found.
I have Dr. Janendra Burman and Rupam Goswami joining us. Rupam Goswami is Assam BJP spokesperson. Dr. Burman is the assistant professor, Cotton University in Guwahati. Rupamji, namaste. Let me first ask you straight up, how is an individual who is not an Indian national able to acquire such a huge land and property and build something like this, and it escapes the attention of the local authorities? We'll try and connect with Rupam Goswami again. Dr. Janendra Burman, does this not worry you? Are there other factories like this too?
Yes, it's a matter of serious concern for Assam and for the nation as a whole. It is now clear that Assam is fast becoming a hotbed for Islamist fundamentalists. And we have seen earlier also in Nalbari district, Sahanur Alam, who was responsible, the mastermind behind this Bardhaman blast in West Bengal, and he was preaching in a madrasa. He was also running a madrasa in Nalbari district at Mukalmua. So now a same thing is being repeated. So these Islamist activities have become a recurring theme in our socio-political discourse, very, very alarming, and it has assumed an alarming proportion. And in those areas where immigrant Muslims, they are highly concentrated, in those areas we have seen such activities. We have seen jihadi activities, and we have seen a few days back when Assam was reeling under flood in Silsar, the water jihad we have seen, where Kabul Khan, Mithu Hussain Laskar, Nazir Hussain Laskar, Ripon Khan, they have been arrested for breaching the Betukundi dike in Silsar. And their activities actually led to some 2 lakh people. Some 2 lakh people have to be displaced because of their activities, because they breached the dike at Silsar. So, and it has its national security perspective as well, because once you breach the dike at Silsar, then you are delinked from Mizoram. So it has security concerns as well. So we are becoming victim of this land jihad. Our lands are being occupied. 63 lakhs bighas of land, as Harishankar Brahma Committee report says, have been encroached by these immigrant Muslims. And Assam has become a hotbed for this.
It's a simple point, Dr. Burman. If they are not Indian nationals and if they have illegally entered the country, then they need to be accounted for, and they cannot have a free run. And amongst these illegals, a lot of them seem to be radicals with a pan-Islamist intention, and more importantly, with an intent to stoke terrorism and social unrest in our country. Rupam Goswami ji is with us, and he's through with us. Mr. Rupam Goswami, let me ask you this. How is it that somebody like Mustafa had acquired so much of land and built a madrasa, a radical terror factory there? In the name of a madrasa, he was harboring operatives. It was becoming a safe haven for Al-Qaeda and Ansarul Bangla operatives. This is illegal.
And
he himself is not an Indian citizen.
Definitely, these are illegal. And as you know, the Assam has been targeted not from now, from since 1971. In fact, in 1971 also, they tried to assimilate Assam with Bangladesh. But for some or the other reason, somehow, for Gandhiji, we are now with India. So the strategy has been made long back, and they are keep on working, and we are also fighting. But before 2016, during that Congress regime, they have got a free hand to work. So that was the very sad part for Assam as well as for India. And also that was the reason why the Assam agitation was held. So this is a long pending issue and lots of controversies and lots of intentions are there. So after only 2016, when BJP came to the power, slowly and slowly, these things are unearthed from the ground. So
No,
now,
but Mr. Goswami, you came to power in 2016. This is 2022. 6 years later, the bulldozer has first applied itself. These bulldozers should have started from day one, because you have no other option but to go hard and crack down on these radicals. You either you have to have the strong arm of the law on them. Their establishments and their existence on our soil itself is a danger. Look how many Bangladeshi nationals who have used Assam as a hub are being arrested from rest of the country. Even as far as Bangalore, the murderer of Silhet, who was hiding in India, he came via Assam and then from Assam found his way into Bangalore. So this has to stop. And what is the guarantee that it ends with this one Jamiul Huda Madrasa and with Mustafa? What is the guarantee? What is the guarantee that there aren't other terror factories like this?
No, you rightly said about it, but you know that this thing, India got independence almost 75 years back. And these things are going on from day one itself, from 1947, in fact. So it is not so easy to unearth them within a very short span of time. So from 2016, the government is working, and now one by one, they are coming into the light of the society, and they were arrested, and simultaneously government is working on it. And definitely under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, nobody will be spared. Definitely everybody will be taken in hand. So
here is the question. The question, Dr. Burman, is how are they able to get these fake Aadhaar cards and fake PAN cards and fake documents? Who is helping them? Those people who are giving them and making these for them, or the offices from there where they are getting this done, those are the bigger criminals. They should also be treated as terrorists only.
Definitely, because I told you
before, shocked to know that one person named Kamaluddin, he even contested election. And of course, in the High Court, it was proved that he was an illegal infiltrator. So then he was only stopped. The High Court stopped him. Guwahati High Court stopped him. So yes, this remains a matter of serious concern. There is a gang. It seems there is a gang, Islamist gang, operating in Assam and working towards Islamization of the state. I have a few suggestions for the government. Number one, a section of the Muslim youths have been de-radicalized by these fundamentalist Islamic groups. So government must start a mission to de-radicalize these Islamic youths, number one. Number two, in some of these Islamic colonies where these activities are taking place, government must start military operation. Number three, government must, that the disproportionate increase of this immigrant Muslim population is a matter of serious concern. It is posing a serious threat to our identity, to our existence. So what is the need of the hour? Government must control, take some strong measure, to fence the border, number one. Then government must take some strong measure to control the disproportionate increase of the population. And as
that can only be done if the state decides to maintain a state population register, which is updated once in every 6 months in every ward, every taluka, every district. That's what you need to do.
Yes, exactly. Actually, a foolproof. We need actually, a foolproof.
That's why we have started the NRC, but unfortunately, NRC could not got success.
No. NRC is a rational registry of citizens. Here, you make a state population register. State can do its own stuff. State can make its own law and rule, and it can instruct the district administration and the local village taluka administration, and also keep a check on the land. How much of land is being encroached upon, who these people are, and if they are illegals, then you have to deport them. You got to push them back to where they have come from.
Yes, definitely. Work is going on. After this government came into power 2016 only, the encroachers have been evicted from their land. So it's a huge work, you know. They have been into this like mission from long back. So this government is only 6 years. BJP is only 6 years in this land. So we are working on it, and it is really hard for them now to do all these mischievous things. So slowly, one by the another, they are coming into the hand of the Assam police. So definitely, under the leadership of Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, they will.
My question to you, Rupamji, is I appreciate this bulldozer running, but the fact is that this bulldozing of radicals should have happened, and radical factories or their outfits or institutions should have happened long time back. But my question to you is, what is the guarantee that they are not going to settle in some other village, some other district of Assam? What is the guarantee that they will not resurface somewhere else?
Obviously, there is working hard on it, and definitely all will be unearthed very soon.
Dr. Burman, are you convinced? Is this enough? Is bulldozing one madrasa or one such radical factory, is it enough? Or there needs to be a thorough immediate audit of the antecedents, the papers, the accruals, the source of funds of all such organizations and groups which are dubious?
The surveillance must be increased, there is no doubt. And yes, Assam Chief Minister, he is taking some strong steps. We need iron hand, and so many steps need to be taken. Now, as I have already mentioned, that you have to keep vigilance on those institutions, those areas, keep surveillance, and at the same time, population, as you have suggested, rightly suggested, that we have to have some mechanism to keep, what's on the population, disproportionate increase of population, because from Bangladesh people are coming, like as if we have opened the floodgate. So it must not happen. It must stop. And we are like a dying people. We are like dying people, because one by one, district after district going into their hands. In some 15 districts, we have lost control because the immigrant Muslims, they are dominating the socio-political scenario. And this right. I'm not saying this. Assam government formed Harishankar Brahma Committee, and that Harishankar Brahma Committee said that the indigenous population, they have lost their dominance control in some 15 districts of Assam, and in some 50 constituencies, now immigrant Muslims, they have come to play a dominant role. And this is very, very alarming as far as national security is concerned, as far as our identity is concerned. Yes, government must be vigilant, and government must take strong action.
No, and not just that. This one bulldozing, one such outfit, one such factory is not enough. Terror factory or radical factory is not enough. One hub destroying one hub is not enough. These bulldozers should be run across the board, and with far much more alacrity and seriousness, and perhaps far more frequency than what is being done. This is a great step, but it's happened 6 years after the BJP has come to power, and of course this entire matter has come to light. One does not know how many more radicals have used this as a haven and then gone and infiltrated into other parts of our country. That's the bigger worry and question. I thank you, Rupam Goswami and Dr. Janendra Burman, for joining us. We're going to take a short break, but on the way out, here's a detailed report from Morigaon. Preeti getting us this.
We are in Sohoria Gao, and this is the place. This is the madrasa from where we reported to you a few days ago regarding Mustafa's arrest. Mustafa was a teacher here in this madrasa, and there are allegations made by Assam police that he was linked with certain terrorist activities of the banned outfit Ansarul Islam. And we came here to show you the madrasa, and today this is the scene of the madrasa. It has been demolished by the Assam government, and as far as the statement of the Chief Minister of the state, Himanta Biswa Sharma, is concerned, he has stated that he did not have permission to make this madrasa, for which it has been demolished, and also because certain terrorist links have been found with the madrasa, they have demolished this madrasa. But yes, behind this place is his house. I'm trying to show you where he was actually residing. That is his place, and from where his wife, who had a 18 days old daughter has been arrested, and they both are now in police custody. And also he has his parents. We'll try to talk with them. But yes, regarding the demolition, you can see this is the place from where certain suspected documents have been found, where financial transactions of Mustafa with the band outfit Ansar Islam was found. Not just that, certain documents which had certain terms to propagate jihad was found. Today, the Chief Minister of the state, while addressing the press conference, he stated he read out the documents in order to let us know how such documents were actually preaching dark jihad into the students here. There were 42 students here in the madrasa, and now they are being taken to general schools. It has been promised that they will be given admission in the general schools. However, regarding the demolition, there are certain oppositions as well, there are oppositions reacting to this and saying that the law should have taken its own course, but the government has already put some bulldozers here, and they have broken down this madrasa. So about that, the Chief Minister's answer was simple and straight. He stated that they did not have certain permissions, and because this place had some terrorist connections, which is why it has been demolished. And also the Chief Minister has clearly stated that from now on they will be putting sharp eye on the quasi madrasas, from where he states that certain activities, certain such kind of activities have been reported.